What's up, guys? Becca Me is here, and today we got The Fosters Season 4, Episode 18, Dirty Laundry. Okay, so it starts off with Steph and talking about stuff, and then we see Mariana go to where Gabe is living, and he's like he's got evicted, and he's going to like Tahoe, and she's like, when are you gonna tell us this? So yeah, so then, so yeah, so yeah, so yeah, so anyway, so let me see Jude talking to Leah about can he and Noah decorate Taylor's locker for his birthday, and he's like, it's against it would be defacing school property. So yeah, so Callie and Aaron are talking, and like, and Aaron's like, we we have to go talk to Troy. Maybe we can talk to Troy's Vanessa's ex-husband, and he's like, where is he? And he's like, he's in L.A. And he's like, wow, he's actually going to L.A. for his dad's birthday. And she's like, okay. He's like, maybe you can come. So basically, she asks Lena, and she's like, maybe we don't want you going. What she calls staff, and she's like, we need to we need to talk to Aaron's parents first. But she calls staff instead of Aaron's parents, and it's basically like, yeah, you can go, but you're not taking Aaron's death cycle. You're taking the minivan, Aaron's death cycle. So upon that, Jesus asks him. So Jesus and Emma are trying to sleep together, but it's not working. So Jesus said, can he sleep with Emma? Basically, yeah. Emma's Jesus, yeah. So he's like, can he sleep with Emma? So yeah. So yeah. So when so yeah. So when Seth. So yeah. So so yeah. So anyway. So can he? So he's like, I'll have to call your doctor. And he's like, can you do it now? And she's like, hey, dude. He's like, I was just, yeah. So anyway, they go to Aaron's house where they meet Aaron's mom, Aaron's brother, who's played like Gus Camp, who was on Best Friends Whenever at the time, and Aaron's dad. And they kind of call Aaron by his old name, Allison, which Aaron, kind of is having a bad feeling about. So yeah, so when Steph, so yeah, so Brandon's like, can he move into the garage? And they're like, hey, and Steph's like, Lena is okay, but they're like, Lena said it's okay, but they're still talking about it. And speaking of Lena does tell Steph that Callie wanted to go to LA and Jesus wanted to go sleep with, see if he could, sleep, you know, sleep with someone. But Lena's like, Steph's like, I hope you said no to both. Lena and Steph's like, oh jeez. So yeah, well, Steph, you were basically, not there. So Lena, what could Lena could have done? So yeah, so they're looking. So Callie's looking at all these pictures of Aaron when he was, before Aaron transitioned, and yeah, and yeah. So yeah, so I have feeling dinner. They're all eating the cow when they talk about if he's Lindsay at UCSD, and basically, yeah. So he's like, no, she got into the sorority scene, and yeah, he's like, and he's like, can I make? And he's like, haven't you muted your? And he's like, and Dad's like, haven't you muted yourself enough? Mutilated yourself enough? And Kylie's like, hold up. Surgery is not mutilation. Aaron just made sure what he looked on the inside is what he looked on the outside. And he's like, on the inside is his daughter and Allison. And she's like, he's your son, Aaron. So yeah, so the mom just breaks up this fight between Callie and Aaron's dad. And it's like, hey, this is a birthday. We need to all get along. So Callie basically confronts Aaron and is like, hey, well, after what your dad says, thinking about you, he's like, Callie, don't. Either he could push his family away, or he could accept them. So yeah, they don't even have a picture of him in their house. So yeah, Jude sneaks into. So let's talk about Jude. So Jude sneaks into sneaks into the school and discovers that Todd, the guy who put the dildo on his chair, like, how did the kid get a dildo? Like, how? His parents even watching this kid? But this kid named Todd, who put the dildo on Jude's chair, Jude checks out his score and checks out that he got a lower score. So what does Jude do? He plasters that score all over the school, and Noah's like, I don't want to be around you right now. And he's like, what? He's like, bullying a bully? That's not right. He's like, I get you're all mad. I guess that dude got you mad, but bullying a bully is not right. He's like, you just want me to sit here and take this. And he's like, bullying a bully, you're stooping to his level. So Jude basically decides to take down all of the papers, but he knows how to take down all the papers. But here's Drew talking to some man who I heard the voice while watching the episode, and I heard the voice of Craig Strano. So basically, he's talking to Craig about turning Anchor Beach into a private school, from a charter school into a private school, and yeah. So that's basically spelled doom for Anchor Beach if that goes through. So yeah. So anyway, Callie's talking with Aaron's mom about how she wanted telling Aaron's mom about Aaron, about how she feels bad about how Aaron's mom felt bad about how Allison was named after her mom and all of that, and about how she wanted to do stuff with her and basically have talk about grandkids, and she's like, you can still do that with Aaron, and she's like, he's even sleeping in Allison's old room, and yeah, basically it's been hard for them, but Callie takes a picture. So basically, the next morning, after talking to Aaron's mom, Callie takes a picture of Aaron and basically gives it to Aaron's mom, and he places Aaron over the picture of There's a picture of Allison and Aaron and Aaron's dad as Aaron is Allison's. So Allison and her dad. So Aaron's mom puts it so it'll be Aaron and his dad in the picture. So anyway, let's talk about Jude. Okay, I meant not Jude. Let's talk about Jesus. So Jesus wanted to, of course, sleep with Emma. So Jesus goes to, so they talk about it, and they're like, Jesus has to be when Jesus and Emma are sleeping together, Jesus has to be on the bottom. So when Mariana after Brandon messes up the grocery run, Mariana goes into Jesus, and she's like, hey, can Gabe have the garage? And she's like, yeah, why not? She's like, okay, because I already told him yes. And she's like, Mariana, why'd you do it before you asked? You already told me yes before asking your parents. So they're like, so Bryn's like, I thought I was getting the garage, and she's like, I'm doing it. So he's just keep my room, and Mario's like, hey, you have Jesus' bag? Gabe has nowhere. And basically, and she's like, what if I want? if I wanted to move in. Mariana's like, well, I wanted to move into the garage, and Lena's like, would you? And she's like, no, gross. And she's like, well, Callie, I thought Callie was talking. She's like, would you? And she's like, I like being roommates with you, Mariana. And she's like, I like being roommates with you too. And yeah, so he's like, and Jesus comes in, and they're like, what are you talking about? And he's like, about Gabe moving in. He's like, can he? And he's like, well, how about Mom first? So Jesus goes over to read his pills that he has to take for 5 years, and basically learns that he can read again. And everyone's all happy because Jesus can finally read. So goes, now Jesus can read again. He goes and wanting to read Emma's letter. But who finds it but Steph and Lena? Actually, Steph finds it in Brandon's pants. It's kind of like, Brandon, you're trying to hide this letter. Why'd you hide your pants? Like, you got it anywhere. Hide your pants. But anyway, that ends this episode. So, yeah. So, actually, also Callie kisses Aaron. Because Aaron was like, I don't... So yeah. So, Aaron... So, yeah. So, in the car, before they left, Aaron confirms that Vanessa was having an affair with Troy, and then he's like, I know you just broke up with AJ, and I know you don't want any attachment, and basically kisses Aaron. So that basically wraps up this episode of Foster. This episode was really good. So yeah. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, because have a wonderful night, wonderful evening actually. Not night, evening. Wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time for the Fosters.